Okay, they give us a graph. This is 2017 BC number 3. Actually, it's AB number 3, is it not? I think this is AB number 3. So let me fix that. AB number 3. They give us a graph of y equals f prime of x. They tell us it's made up of line segments and a half circle. So I have two triangular areas, which I found the areas to be 4 and 3, and a half circle. Area of a circle, radius 2 is 4 pi. That makes each of these pi, it's negative because they're below the x-axis. Then they give us this piece of information. They tell us that f of negative 2 equals 7. So I write that down. They want us to find f of negative 6. I'm given f prime. To go from f prime to f, you have to integrate. So whatever this is, so I have basically, I know that f of negative 6 plus 4 has to equal f of negative 2. Would you agree with that? You have what it is here. You add this area of 4, and then you'll get what it is at negative 2. So anyway, what do we know? Do we know any of these values? I know f of negative 2 is 7. I know that's 4. So if I was to subtract 4, what would f of negative 6 equal? Hopefully this answer is 3. Now if they want f of 5, I'm going to the right. They want us to find f of 5 over here now. So I have basically, let's start at f of negative 2. Could I do f of negative 2, which starts here, add this area and this area, and I should end up with f of 5, correct? So f of negative 2 I know is 7. Plus what? Looks to be a negative 2 pi and a 3. And now that's going to equal f of 5, right? So I have the negative 2 pi's and that triangular area of 3. So negative 2 pi, and there's another 3 there. That should equal f of 5. So I think that makes f of 5 equal to 10 minus 2 pi. 10 minus 2 pi. Bear with me while I check these answers, but I am going to box them in. So these are the correct answers. I might go to part B now. Part B wants to know, on what intervals is f increasing? That would be where f prime is positive. Where is this graph above the y-axis? It appears to be negative 6 to negative 2. That's all above the y-axis. And then where else? 2 to 5. Now, it would be open on these because those derivative values are 0, which is not increasing or decreasing. It says this is defined on negative 6 to 5. So if you don't mind, I'm probably going to make these outside ones inclusive because it does include them on this interval. Let me check the answer. I'll be right back. You're absolutely right. The 5 should not be included because at the 5 it's not positive, is it? But at the negative 6 it is positive. So you're right, it would not include the 5. So this is the right answer for B. I'm going to erase some to make a little room, so bear with me.
It says the derivative.
Part C wants the absolute minimum on F from this same interval, negative 6 to 5. Well, that means it's either going to happen at an endpoint or at a critical number. So I might know the value of f of negative 6. I could find f of negative 2 even though it's given. I could find f of 2 and f of 5. Whichever is the biggest is going to be the maximum. Whichever is the smallest would be the minimum. Now, why am I using these? Because these are the critical numbers where the derivative is 0 plus the endpoints. Okay, we found f of negative 6 to be 3. We know we're given f of negative 2 to be 7. Did we find f of 5? Yes, it was 10 minus 2 pi. And what would f of 2 have been? It would have been 7, then minus the 2 pi, right? Which of these is the smallest? Well, 10 minus 6.28 is going to be what? 3 point something? So I think the minimum would probably be f of negative 6. The minimum would be 3. But let's see what they say. You're right. 7 minus 2 pi is smaller than 3. So f of 2, the y value is 7 minus 2 pi. That would be the minimum. Okay, part D wants the value for f double prime of negative 5 and f double prime of 3. We're given the graph of y equals f prime, so f double prime would be the derivative of this graph or the slope. At negative 5, that's this point right here, and it would have this slope. So I could do y minus y between these 2 points. I believe it's negative 6, 2 and negative 2, 0 would give me the slope of this line, which would be what the slope is in negative 5. So if I do y minus y over x minus x, I get negative 2 over 4. So I believe that makes f double prime of negative 5, negative 2/4 or negative 1/2. You do not need to simplify on free response. Now, f double prime of 3 would be the slope when x is 3. You'll notice the derivative over here is positive, derivative over here is negative. It's not part of a smooth curve. It makes an abrupt direction change. So this derivative does not exist or is undefined. So f double prime of 3 does not exist or is undefined. I hope this helps. Good luck.